What's going on, guys? ZombifiedGamer here and welcome back to some more. This is the police. Thief crushes ancient statue at museum. Singer Karen Sparkle arriving in Freiburg. Travel agent. The people of Freiburg are more likely to visit other countries. Well, that's probably because Freiburg is a shit place to live. So they want to escape. And that's all the same, okay. I was up all night reading an exciting detective story called The Last Temptation of Neptune. But I didn't have the time to get to the ending. I'm almost certain that the killer is Mrs. Clemens, but I can't rest until I know for sure. Can I go back home to finish reading the book? Definitely not. Let's get some tunes on. I don't remember you dying. I definitely remember you dying though.
110A in progress.
And they denied my request for an officer. I'm so surprised. An apparently intoxicated driver flew into the oncoming lane and crashed into a van, which then crashed into 5 other vehicles. The driver of the vehicles escaped with their lives but jumped out of the cars and began to argue. Conflict ensued and the situation is about to get ugly. Okay then. And I can't send 2 people, so I might as well just send everyone, because obviously I can't send one person by themselves on anything, so. Now let's have a look at my investigations, because I want to make sure that I've got enough frames that will solve it. Okay, I don't have the right frames for this one, because the car's supposed to be grey and not white. And also the doll that she's got is supposed to be white as well, not the brown teddy bear, as you can see with the white toy in the first picture. So I still need more frames on that one. Let's check the other one. Okay, well I obviously don't have enough frames to actually finish it, but I wonder if any of these frames are actually ones I will need. I think that first frame might work, but just not at the beginning. I'll have to wait and see, I suppose. I'm gonna put more detectives on this one, because hopefully they'll be able to actually get some more frames for me. Because it just keeps coming back with no new frames, and I'd need new frames for it. An employee at the Interhouse hardware store said that a suspicious man named Otis Adams offered a very strange combination of objects, which could easily be used to make explosives. Adams has a pretty colourful police record, including a bomb threat. So he's already had similar behaviour before then. Unfortunately, I can't send anyone to it right now. And they've done that completely perfect, good. But they won't be back in time for the bombing person, so... A young teacher reported seeing the same suspicious white van parked near the school several days in a row. Whenever I walked towards it, the van drove away. I'm afraid for our students. I mean, that could just be someone chilling in a van and then see you walking towards and don't want confrontation, so they fuck off. I'm gonna send 2 of them on that should be fine. 5 teenagers asked a man for cigarettes, but he said they were too young. The kids jumped him, knocked him onto the ground, and started kicking him with full force. Waitress Nicole Shelton saw what was going on and called the police. These guys are crazy and they'll kill him. Okay, let's send the other guys onto that. A thief attempted a sleight of hand to relieve Sherry Miller of a diamond ring, but she immediately felt something was wrong and put the criminal in an excruciating Japanese finger hold. The son of a bitch is unconscious, you can come arrest him now. Well, actually I can't, because I have no more officers left.
412A in progress.
And Victor Svaga has something going down at 1820. Lovely.
910A complete.
I guess he woke up and ran away then. Some workers were squabbling during their lunch break discussing yesterday's football game when one of them became really irate and tried to drive over the others with a tractor, According to one eyewitness who had taken refuge inside the building, he's like a crazy man, we barely escaped. I guess he was really passionate about that football game then.
311 progress.
The driver of the white van is a female courier who parks near the school during the lunch hour. I have a stressful job and a horrible boss, but I watch the children laughing and it calms me down. I mean, that's still a little bit creepy. Just watching children, but...
Officer on scene. Looks like we have a situation here.
The teens continue to beat the old man, ignoring the police car that just drove up. Blast the siren. When the teenage thugs see the police, they start running off in different directions. Shoot the air then. Make them shit their pants.
412A.
There we go. A nice little warning shot.
412A.
And a civilian died. Cool. There's nothing I could have done about that one there. Some big men wearing striped shirts walked into the fountain and started trying to drown each other. Come quick before they all kill each other. Okay. I won't be able to get there though. Yeah. The people in the fountain were just having fun. They're harmless Russian immigrants, though they once served as paratroopers. For them, bathing in a fountain is a traditional thing for airborne troops to do. Okay, interesting. A group of angry women came to protest the premiere of the action film Hard-Boiled Women 2. They're demanding that the cinema's management cancel the premiere. The situation is heating up. Okay, I guess we'll go to this one. And we'll send everyone, of course, because you don't want to go with just 2 people.
611 in progress.
Michael May saw a young girl running naked and bloody trying to climb over the fence of an expensive mansion. She screamed and called for help, but the man came out of the house, grabbed her by the hair, and dragged her inside. The neighbours were complaining just last week about all-night parties at the same mansion, which is owned by Saudi Prince Malik Kefaya, and this seems to be the one that is at 1820, so don't tell me this is Victus's one. And I can't even get to it anyway because I've already sent everyone to the other one. So, Jack, I'm not going to give you a sob story about all my recent misfortunes. Let's just say that I need my job back with the police. And I do mean need. You'll help me out, right? You'll be retired soon. So how about a little advance payment for my annual salary? It's only fair. It's not your best interest to refuse. I know all about your shady business dealings. Just one phone call is all it takes. I got all the evidence I need to bury you. But I don't want to go against you. I just really need this job, you know? Well, you agree, right? I don't agree, but I do need more officers, so I'll bring you on anyway. Even though it's costing me a bit of a fortune. Well, Jack, that's excellent. Some folks say you're a fool, but I know you're as sharp as ever. Jack Boyd is no fool. Well, you will say that. I've just given you 15 grand, so... Yeah, I obviously can't send just him on his own, so... I did recognise you, Robbins. I can't remember why I fired you, though.
Officer on scene. Looks like we have a situation.
The protesting women are pointing at movie posters with busty heroines in sexy poses, shouting, "Sexism is a disease in our society." One of the women stepped forward and throws a stone at the cinema director, who was just trying to talk to the protesters. Arrest the woman who threw the stone.
216 complete.
Sorted. Okay, so the rape was Victor's Vargas thing. Gross. A janitor at City Hall called us about a suspicious man sitting in the waiting room. He's twitching and looking sideways at everybody. I think he's a spy or a terrorist. He's all skinny, but he's got a really fat belly. I think he's carrying a bomb. Or maybe he's just got a beer gut and he's very nervous. 2 men in clown masks stormed into an auto show and demanded the keys for the most expensive cars on display. When the manager hesitated, the robbers shot him in the leg, and one visitor at the event managed to break through the shop window and escape for at least long enough to call the police. See, that sounds more like something I need to send my officers for. That's guaranteed crime. And we will send 3 people on that. Get Robbins on there so that he can have his professionalism go up. Multiple shots were reported coming from a nightclub. Okay. It won't let me send everyone for some reason. There we go. Okay, I can't send them anyway. So I guess people just have to get shot. The man carrying a bomb was just an ordinary citizen tired of waiting in line, just like everyone else. Yeah. So another false alarm like I thought. And there's some more frames for my car tracking. Cool. But no new frames for my abduction. Not so cool, because I don't have enough. I don't have what I need. I guess I'll just have to wait for the carjacking one to finish, solve it, and then put the detectives from that onto this one, maybe. Hopefully they'll be able to find new frames after that. Yeah, I guess I'll send the other two. Why not? It is the end of the day, so if it helps them succeed, then it's worth it, right? And they did it perfectly. Good. We have quite a few people on Shift A now. Shift B's got 4 people. Okay. Oh, but Shift A also has 4 people because the sign knows a Shift B. I'll put 2 people on for Shift B, just to really bolster it up a bit. I don't want to overwork anyone though, because I don't want to make them too tired that they crash into a tree, like I've done previously. Ecologist urban air pollution levels are normal. Hell on Wheels dealership invites public to show your sports cars. Port commerce increased by 60%. So more people are getting pissed, cool. And that's still the same, never look a gift horse in the mouth. I'm not sure how to get the police station one up. Obviously with the City Hall it's just doing everything City Hall tells me to do, which is not always easy because I don't have the officers available most of the time. My grandfather has epilepsy and recently the seizures have gotten worse. They happen more often and they all end in tears. The doctors say he needs a special new drug that I can only get out of town. I'm the only one who drives. Can I go get these drugs today? I mean, I guess so. I don't really need you. You are a detective, so... And I have a new stripe to give someone. Let's give it 2 Platonic, I think. Just to help bolster them up a bit. I'm not doing that song because it's Bob and his friends. Careless Love, there we go. That'll do. Paid my snitch $500, weekly fee. Okay, so I'm not paying him the full $3,000. In a lump sum. Our inspection turned up multiple violations which are undoubtedly contributing to the serious decline in the department's efficiency. The penalty for these violations will be 25% of your bank account. If you require further clarification, or if you wish to appeal this decision, please send a formal request to the mayor. You'll receive your answer within 200 business days. Well, fuck you too. You piece of shit. What's this mission from God thing? Mr. Boyd, I don't know if you come to Mass, but if you do, you may know that our most enlightened and progressive parishioners donate absurd sums of money to curry the favour of God's blessed power. Truly this power is a manna from the heavens, which clears the mind in preparation for the coming of the Antichrist. Unfortunately, some of our flock have been turned from the house of the Lord, for outside the enemies of Jesus sell them fake satanic powder, and they're undercutting our God-blessed prices. It would be a great thing if you were to get rid of them, as our Lord Jesus drove the merchants from the house of God. I mean, you're just a greedy twat who wants more money, so why should I care? You're trying to use religion as your excuse for ripping people off. I mean, look at what I would lose if I send them there. I would have 1 person which I'm not even able to send on anyone, so... A drunk driver drove his van into a bus stop, knocking over several police. The van stalled out, and now the unsteady driver is clumsily trying to escape. Okay, just send those 2. It should be fine. And we have a theft. Retiree Frank Setter complains that someone has stolen his lawn. Like clockwork, once a month someone comes by to cut up my gorgeous lawn and cart it off. I've never managed to catch this enemy to fertile grass, or I'd have shown him I'm a veteran, you know? I've put hundreds of our enemies in the graves. I just want some peace and quiet. It sounds to me like it's just some typical service that comes by and cuts all the lawns, but, you know, old men be crazy. I'll ignore that one. And they did that perfectly fine, cool. Asano's on her way to being professionalism rank 1000 now. The market district is seeing increased cases of pickpocketing and the media are already up in arms about it. You are to send 2 cops to the area to increase the perception of police protection. There are journalists scurrying about. Okay. That's something I can actually do. And it's from City Hall, so hopefully they'll like me at least a little bit. The lawn at the location is cut by a neighbourhood boy at the request of Mr. Satter. I guess he just forgot that he requested it then. An employee of the shopping centre was dressed in a tomato costume to advertise the new tomato paste. He accidentally frightened a professional boxer, Joshua Drake, who shouted and jumped on him and started pummeling him with force. Passers-by tried to separate them, but they also received the boxer's fury and a massive fight broke out. Okay. I'm not sure why a tomato costume would scare you, but... The driver of a luxurious white Cadillac ran over a black teenager and then attempted to flee the scene, but lost control and drove into a column. Angry residents in the area have come out onto the street. They're gonna whoop his ass. I don't think I'll be able to send 2 people on that, so I'm gonna have to try and wait for the others to get back. The inspectors are leaving the police station. Good.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hotspot.
Deal with it on your own.
311 complete.
Perfect.
1011A in
Oh, but my other 2 are gonna stay out all day, aren't they? Shit. I thought maybe they'd go and come back again.
110A complete.
Okay, that driver's dead then.
410B in progress.
A postal employee reported a letter was discovered with some powder inside. An inscription of the envelope reads, "Burn in hell." The employee is afraid that the envelope contains a deadly disease. Oh my god, we're all going to die and today's my birthday. That sounds suspiciously false. Maybe it's a prank or something. Let's check out Eddie's Burgers. A man wearing a night costume and carrying a huge sword entered a cafe, placed an order and sat silently in the corner for a couple of hours. Everyone had stopped paying attention at this point, but then he stood up, took out his sword and began swinging it around with all of his strength. He's already inflicted severe injuries on several patrons of the restaurant. See, now that sounds like something I need officers to go to. I'll just let the others get back. There we go. There was nothing dangerous in the envelope, it was the girl's friends playing a prank on her birthday. Just like I said it would have been.
911 in progress.
And there's a theft as well, which I might just be able to get to in time if they get back. Maybe.
210 in progress. 410B.
What the actual fuck? 3 officers died. Fuck me. Bill Buckler said his neighbour Derek Ruiz asked him to watch his farm while he went on vacation with his family. Meanwhile, some strange people went over there with a tractor trying to steal the harvest. There's a dozen people and they're robbing my friend blind. To be honest, I don't give a shit. I've just lost 3 officers, mate, and I don't know why. They were good ones as well. That's pissed me right off.
911 complete.
Yeah, they escaped, whatever. I can't do anything anyway because I've only got 1 officer left. There's a huge clown running around the mall trying to scare me to death, said unemployed Josh Hockensmith. I got a disease, got a note from the doctor, that clown has no right to scare me. I mean, they're probably just promoting something, but, you know.
10 complete.
The clown was hired to promote the children's amusement park and has every right to be in the mall. Yeah, there you go. Can this day end now? No, of course, we have to have more shit happening. Well, I'll just let it go. I don't care. I can't do anything about it anyway. And I got some new frames for the abduction, finally. Good. I think both of those are actually ones that I need. So that's good. And whatever happened over there, the offender escaped, cool. Don't care. The thing about losing the officers is the fact that I was only just slowly starting to build it back up again and now I've just lost 3 more. So now I'm going to have to declare all of them dead. It's like taking 1 step forward and 2 steps back, you know. There's always the good ones as well. Never the shit ones. Wyckout Robins have died. I've only got 2 people for the next shift. So I'll have to put Chin on there. Just to make sure the day is not going to be completely terrible. But that just about does it for this episode. Leave a like if you enjoyed watching, don't forget to subscribe, and goodbye.
I got a zombie army, and you can't harm me. Yeah, hoodoo, bitch. Drink blood like a vampire without warning. Hoodoo, bitch. Let's